Evening freaks. I'm here to continue on with the wild card weekly collective vibe check download original recipe. This is part two. If you haven't checked out part one, you need to check out part one. Everything was going very smoothly with that live stream, okay? And then you saw it cut off right as I got into the thick of it. That's not an accident. I'm recording this one on my phone, so there can't be any interruptions. So I have to make sure this download gets through. There's a lot of blocking energy in the atmosphere right now. This is something you do need to be aware of, okay? I'm sure you're feeling it. It's just like that other download that came in last week about the trolls. You know, don't feed the trolls. The trolls are hungry right now. They're going to be making their last ditch effort, man, to get a stronghold. And for some of you, this is actually somebody outside of you that is trying to cause problems for you. This person is trying to purposefully block you. You know, they don't want to see you have success. They don't want to see you come into your blessing or what's going to make you happy for whatever reason. You know, why do people do the things they do? Sometimes jealousy, you know, they want something you got. Sometimes it's competitiveness, you know, it can be a cutthroat ruthlessness, success at any cost, taking you down so they can use you as a come up, okay? Ooh, that's an icky message, but it wants to come in, you know. Maybe somebody feels like if they can like tear you down or make a fool out of you or best you, that somehow makes them have some kind of advantage socially. That's really some warped energy, man. But I know it's real and I know it's coming in, and it's definitely coming in to block forward progression that's meant to be taken. We have so far 3 elementals on the board, okay? We have water and we have fire operating in the shadow. We have air operating in the light. And we have a king of diamonds energy that's hiding out. Maybe surveying the scene, maybe getting a lay of the land. Maybe some earth is hiding out. Maybe some earth is laying low. Maybe some of the earth signs are trying to get a lay of the land, all right? Or maybe trying to figure their way out of a mess, okay? So all of these elements in play. I was just about to dive into these specific characters on the board, though, when the blocking energy came in. I mean, it's really wild. If you watch that first video, it's wild the way the blocking energy came in just as we're getting into the nuts and bolts of it, all right? I do feel like some of you are dealing with adversary energy, all right? There's somebody in your camp and they don't have your best interest at heart. You need to block this person. I feel like you're going to be given, you know, 11 herbs and spices to help you do just that. This coming in big time. Like, it's time for you to do your protective work. It's time for you to define your boundary lines. It's okay to define your boundary lines if you need to with doing protective work. This coming through is maybe get together a bath, a spiritual bath. It's your own original recipe, all right? It's your own original recipe. 11 coming in, okay? 11 being the spice blend. You might have 11 different plant allies coming forward to you this week. 11 key ingredients in what will become sort of like your secret sauce for clearing off negative energy, warding your work, what you're doing, what you're building in your life, just to put up like a protective firewall. I really got that. I think there needs to be some heat in your blend, you know. Whatever you come up with, there needs to be some heat in your blend. I'm getting big like spice blend, herb blend, you know, all powdered, maybe even like get some real grinding action in a mortar and pestle. You can use this as a powder to kind of like sprinkle across your thresholds, okay? Just to block negative energy, you know, from entry into your personal space. You could also put this in a mojo bag, all right? And you could use that as well, and put together your own like little, you know, medicine pouch that you can carry on your person, that you don't let anybody see, all right? If you're going to make yourself like a mojo bag, you want to make sure that you always keep it off of the floor, that you keep it fed with some tobacco or some other kind of smoke, at least once a week, you know, keep the spirit of the bag happy, and that you wear it on your person. Traditionally, it's worn, you know, below waist level, like in a pocket or something, but you don't show it to other people. You don't let anybody else touch it, okay? It's your secret sauce. It's your secret sauce. It's your mojo, right? There's something about this. You need some kind of like little protective talisman that you can wear on yourself this week, because the blocking energy is really heavy. And there is forward progression that's coming in for you this week. So this is what you need to understand. It's like there's something coming in this week, collective, that gets you moving. You finally start to like propel forward. You're not being held back any longer. And there's communication around this too. There's some kind of important communication that comes in this week that sparks action, like things get moving forward where they were held up. And I believe they were held up due to third-party interference. For some of you, this happened in your love relationship, but it didn't just affect your relationship. It like affected everything. It affected your whole life. And that's because there was a lot of blocking energy that was coming in, I feel, from it looks like competitive feminine is what I see on the board, all right? Competitive feminine, probably motivated by jealousy, probably wanting to achieve some kind of success at any cost, could be motivated by the false pretense of love. Maybe somebody coming in is like enticing sexually or offering that. There's like sirens in the background right now, all right? For some people, this is related to some kind of theft, you know, somebody trying to get their hands on somebody's money. Maybe the King of Diamonds energy that I saw popping out of the deck, you know, but not quite revealing their hand yet, okay, has been surveying this scene. That's possible, okay? I want to look into these characters here that are on the board so we can get kind of a clear picture and understand what's going on in this situation. But I do feel like it's time to like, you got to like do something to kind of on a metaphysical level sort of shield your energy right now. Because if you allow yourself to be impacted by negative energy coming your way, which can only enter your sphere if you go into energetic agreement with it, which you can if you're tired, if you're kind of like distracted, if you're not taking good care of yourself, if you're not getting good sleep. It can make your boundaries really permeable. And if you're a sentient, you know, if you pick up the energy around you, if you feel like you're sensitive to other people's emotions and such, you can take that on and it can become a toxic load within you that holds you back. And you don't want that right now, because there is this like freeing up of movement. There's news that comes in that sets things in motion this week. And it leads you to some kind of success that you've been really building for a long time. It leads you to some kind of happiness, something that's going to give you a reason to celebrate. But there's people who are going to want to block it. Okay? They're going to want to block it. And some of them will be practically blocking it. Like, all of a sudden these people are coming around, they act like they want to help you out, they want to pretend like they're on your side, you know, they give you this sort of appearance like, I'm here to give you a come up, but the reality is quite the opposite. It's like they just want to get their mitts on what you're working on, you know, they want to use it to their advantage, so they gotta play you, they gotta finesse you to make this happen. For some of you, these trolls, you know, these interfering elements are aspects of your psyche, okay? It's that Queen of Clubs in the shadow. It's you just thinking you shouldn't have to work for things. Things should just be handed to you, and maybe even using certain aspects of, you know, your mojo to your advantage to get what you want. Some of you may be using your sexuality in a very manipulative way to try to get an advantage. We have to look at this, and it was 9:33 on the clock when I said that. And so, I mean, that's like it, you need to bring an end to this if you really want to build something for yourself in the future. It's not about working people to get what you want or manipulating people to get what you want or weaponizing sex, like using sex as a weapon to take advantage of situations, take advantage of somebody. All right. It's about transforming this behavior and instead stepping into your independence to take action of your own accord, you know, to make things happen for yourself instead of just hoping for an easy ride. I mean, Queen of Clubs with Queen of Hearts coming up in the shadow. That's super manipulative energy, sexually and emotionally. And this is very much front and center. And it's coming in as a blocking energy to prevent forward motion, to prevent progress. Now, there are those of you who are actually dealing with people in your environment that are acting out in this way to create blockage in your life, block your path. They're going to come in, they're going to try to finesse you, they're going to be laying it on real thick emotionally. They probably will want to hop in bed with you. They might be using sexuality as an angle. You got to question the motive. There's something here to question, okay? For others of you, it's aspects of your own psychology and the way that you try to gain advantages without merit of your own work, without merit of you investing the time, the energy, the nurturing to your goals, you working with, you know, your ideas, your inspiration, and taking action to bring them into being. So there's something in need of transformation here. If this isn't transformed, this is going to prevent any further progress. Like what wants to come in, what you're hoping to call in, will not come in. It will be blocked, okay? And it goes back to like that message that we had last week. It's all about, you know, you want to pay the toll, not feed the trolls, okay? So it's about sort of, you know, you gotta overcome this energy. And that's why I think there's this like clearing work that's needed, that's coming in here. I think purification is always good. You know, anytime that you're moving towards, you know, that next stage of growth in your life, you want to take it to the next level. It's really good to just be very clear, right? Just be very clear. Just run your own energy. And sometimes it can be helpful to do some kind of energetic cleansing, especially if you're somebody who's like working your spiritual path. If you're somebody who is working your spiritual path naturally, you know, I mean, you're here, you're receiving this read. So you're somebody who you're a bit more sensitive, you know, you operate on those levels. So you have to be aware of the energetic component and how it can really affect you and the outcomes that you're shooting for, right? If you're trying to achieve some kind of success in your life, or you're trying to reach some goal, or there's something you've been working really hard to bring into being so you can start the next chapter in your life, or you're trying to heal a relationship, whatever it is you're working on, and you keep finding yourself coming up against blockages, you may be blocked up because you still holding on to too much energetically that you need to release, all right? But I want to look at these characters. I kept everything on the board, and I'm releasing the videos in two separate broadcasts because the first one got cut off and I just didn't know how long it was going to cut out there. I sat and I waited, and it's like it abruptly cut off. And it's funny, it said right after it came right after I said, you know, that there might be some real like something gets abruptly cut off in your life. So I do feel like that's coming through as a very strong message. It's sort of like, you know what, game over. That's what I also really feel like. We're at the point where we're heading too close to the shifting of the nodes of destiny, with the South Node being taken over by Libra, where it's like, no, it's like, you know, last call here, man. Like, this ends now. If you have been moving out of your shadow and you can recognize that, first of all, good for you. You know, we've all made choices in our lives at different times in our lives where maybe we felt like we could have done things better. Okay. So there's no shame in acknowledging if there's something that you need to self-correct for. Okay. Ooh, it's interesting because as I say that, I'm getting like an itchy palm, which is always about like, you know, receiving some kind of blessing, abundance, if you are having this realization, if you're like, wow, I really realized I screwed up back there. Like there's something I could have done a lot better. Oh man, I got itchy palms. Okay. I got itchy palms. So that makes me think that maybe somebody tried to get ahead in such a way where, like I was saying, like they tried to steal somebody's work, or they tried to create blockages for another so they could use them as a come up, tried to tear somebody down in order to get ahead. Like this kind of energy to get some kind of gain, I feel. There's been some kind of manipulation here. A lot of people, it's happened in matters of business, but for some, it's happened in matters of the heart. And in some cases, it's somebody who's used both sexual wiles and also emotional manipulation to try to work somebody, to try to, take advantage of somebody. It could be a king of diamonds who's like laying low and hiding out, trying to figure out, like, who can I trust in this situation, right? It also could be like a king of diamonds, earth energy, like MIA, like not wanting to answer any questions, all right? So this in play too. So let's look at these characters because I want to figure out what's going on here, what role is being played by each. So we're going to look at this Queen of Hearts first, who's coming up in the shadow. Water sign energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. What is this Queen of Hearts role in this situation for the collective that's going on right now in relation to this original recipe? It's like you got something original, collective. You got some original idea or a brand new direction, a brand new chapter you want to open, and there's something here that ain't right. Somebody's being emotionally manipulative in relation to this. You're dealing with somebody emotionally manipulative. This could be in matters of the heart here, okay? Just with that Queen of Hearts energy. So let's figure out what's going on. Yeah, look. I can't make it up. Bottom of the deck energy, Joker. Joker in the shadow. Notice the money signs there, okay? Somebody is using emotional manipulation to try to get their hands on somebody's money. They're trying to play this person. This is somebody who's playing. Yes, look at this. 10 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. Makes me also think of 10th house, okay? So Capricorn energy could be connected with this. 10th house is also the house of public reputation. It's your brand, it's your image, it's your success, the success that's seen on a large scale. Like, so a lot of you have been like moving up into your north node. Some of you have Capricorn north node. You've been moving up in your north node. You've been building something for yourself. You got your secret sauce, man. You got an original recipe. Your idea is original. There's somebody that sees you as a meal ticket, all right? And they are really trying to work you emotionally. This doesn't just have to be somebody romantic, okay? This can be somebody that you view as like this is my person, like these are my people, okay? Because the heart energy is involved there, and there's this emotional manipulation aspect involved there. So this could be somebody in your family, this could be a good friend, this could be happening in your social group, this could be a lover, all right? But that element is in play, and somebody is finessing. They are working somebody, they're pulling on their heartstrings, and they're playing with their emotions in a manipulative way, but it's all for personal gain. This person may also have been like spreading some kind of gossip or has been interfering within your social circle. This is causing public opinion to sway around you as well. This could, for those of you who are business owners, could affect your brand. There's something here about sabotaging one's rising into their north node through being emotionally manipulative and coming off like, I'm here to support, I'm here to assist, I'm on your team, or I want to partner with you, but it's really for that individual's own come up. And I would be very leery about sharing ideas with this person, or sharing your inspirations, or sharing your plans of what you're growing, developing for yourself. And you will know this person, it will feel icky. You'll question it, but then I get what you're going to question is, am I really getting the right kit here? Because this is somebody that you really should be able to trust. This is somebody that you have had a long-standing affinity with, connection with. This is somebody that you've always seen as like, this person's on my side, like this person backs me up. And there's something you need to be aware of here, because it ain't real. It's a facade. This person's finessing. And this person may try to steal your work, or they may somehow see that you're about to step into some kind of public recognition or a big moment of arrival in something you've been building up towards, or there's some kind of celebratory moment. It gets you a lot of attention. And this person may want to do something that in some way humiliates you, embarrasses you, or in other words, like steals your thunder from you having your moment, all right? I feel like it's very much something that is happening on a level where it could affect sort of like everything you've been building, your reputation, you know, what you stand on at the end of the day, because that's what that 10 of diamonds is about. This is somebody that's trying to block you, okay? They're trying to block you with the 2 of spades. They're trying to create a disappointment. It's a huge betrayal with the 5 of spades there in the shadow. This person's doing you dirty, all right? And this may be a very strong message. Here he is, okay? He showed up. King of diamonds out there, all right? Earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. These could be signs you're dealing with. You could be these signs, okay? You need to watch out, all right? You need to watch out here, because this person doesn't have your best interest at heart. Look at this. 7 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. They want to see growth, and they don't want to do the work. Whoever this is somebody who acts very privileged. They think that things should be handed to them. They use emotional manipulation to get what they want, all right? They may try to like pull on your heartstrings, like woe is me stories. They may be somebody who's constantly in this position where I'm the victim, you know. They might try to use, Ted just said yes to that, okay? They might work with like emotional manipulation. They know you got a soft spot for them, so they try to work you in this way. This person wants to see, they don't care about growth in this relationship. They care about the growth of their financial profile. And they see that you got the original recipe, or you got the assets, you got that secret sauce, and they want to try to take this from you. Oh, I don't know. In some cases, all right, really, I want to get a confirmation on that, but I'm getting a hit about in some cases. This could be somebody who feels that they got something on you that could somehow affect your reputation. And because they have this tidbit of information, they're like holding it over your head as emotional manipulation, as in, I'll let out all your secrets if you don't give me some kind of payoff. So in some cases, this could be somebody doing some kind of extortion on the extreme shadow. But I mean, that energy is out there, right? And this is a collective read, so it taps into global energies. I think we certainly see like payoffs, you know, kiss up energy is out there very strongly right now. All right. It was 23, 22 when I'd gone into that. So yeah, you know, there's a lot of disruptive change coming about in relation to like secret alliance energy. It's like where there's been factions or like little people gathering in groups, all with some kind of like means to an end. Like these things are coming to an end. Everything's unraveling. It's messy. People are switching sides, you know. It's like, yeah, it's like at that point where people can't ride fences anymore. It's like, nope, you got to pick what side you're on. I feel like this is disruptive. Wow. Okay, a lot coming through there. So that now we know what's going on with that Queen of Hearts energy in the shadow. All right, I want to see the other shadow influence before I look at this air sign energy in the light. All right, so we got fire sign energy here. Queen of Clubs coming up in the shadow, right? Normally fire in balance is very independent energy. It's very much able to take action, make things happen, be very focused, lead, fire leads. Fire leads in balance, okay? But this is somebody who's wanting to lead at all costs. This is somebody who's extremely competitive, that it's their way or the highway. They want to run the show. They're hungry for attention. They want all the attention. Queen of Clubs in the shadow is also stereotypically like the other woman, the mistress, okay? The quote unquote homewrecker, the person who uses sexuality as a tool of manipulation. Okay, so this energy very front and center. We got a lot of like, it's gonna be just amping up. I have to tell you, collective, just as we move to the changing of the nodes of destiny, it's gonna be amping up. It's just the energy in place. So it's really important that the more that we can kind of maintain our own energy and stay very aware of our own actions and what's going on with us and not getting caught up in the periphery of what other people are doing. Ted gave an agreement on that, all right? The more we'll move forward in empowering ways through this cycle. All right, so let's see what's going on with this Queen of Clubs in the shadow energy. Creating illusion. Casting a glamour with the Seven of Hearts coming up in the shadow. This is also somebody who has a lot of options. This is, quintessential player energy. This is somebody who's operating as a player. Look at that. They want victory. They want success. They're very competitive, okay? This is what their eyes are on. Their eyes are on the prize. Their eyes are on the prize. I can't make it up. Look at Jack of Clubs, also in the shadow, all right? This is done to create confusion and to get somebody all caught up, all right, with the Eight of Spades. They're casting a certain glamour, okay? They could be casting a glamour on another fire sign, actually. This is very sexually motivated. Sex is being weaponized in this case here. This is somebody who's using sex to get what they want. They got this person really confused, okay? This could be a Queen of Diamonds energy coming up in the shadow. Okay, there's fire sign energy. There's really a lot of feminine operating in shadow, all right? There's a lot of feminine operating in shadow out here, I have to say. All of these feminine energies. I see Queen of Hearts in the shadow. I see Queen of Clubs in the shadow. I see Queen of Diamonds in the shadow. I do not see Queen of Spades in the shadow yet. This gives me the impression of somebody who's like a false empress. This is somebody who makes it out like they are that like ideal woman. This may even be somebody who uses that language like divine feminine. They may try to play it off like they're a divine feminine. They're not. They're not. This person also has made some critical error. I got that. They made some key error because what's missing from their equation, all right, is that they don't have the acumen. They're not as smart as they think they are. They're missing the spades energy. They're missing the spades energy, so they're not going to be able to seal this deal. There's something, they missed a step. That's what I got. They missed a step that renders their actions impotent with this Ace of Clubs coming up in the shadow. I can't make it up. It's a loss for them with the Eight of Hearts. Yeah, this ain't going to work. This ain't gonna work with the Eight of Diamonds coming up in light. This ain't gonna work. Somebody's on to them too. Somebody's on to this person. They know what this person's doing. They know how they've been getting in the way. They know what they're doing here. And whoever has got this figured out, you may have it come to light for you, collective. You're getting all the key ingredients. You're getting all the keys, right? You're getting this original recipe down this week. You're figuring out how to overcome this, all right? You're getting that communication is coming in. You got the upper hand. You got the upper hand. This is being cut off. It's disappointment for this person with the 3 of spades coming up in the shadow on the real. They are not getting this security. This is somebody who's trying to steal something. They got their eyes on something. It's not theirs. It could be a coveted position they want. It could be somebody else's person they want. It could be somebody else's money they want. All right. Whatever it is, it ain't for them. And they're trying to go about it in a shady way. And they're not going to get to move forward. They're actually going to experience a reversal. All right. All right. Yeah. They may have thought they knew how things were going to pan out with that 2 of clubs, but coming up in the shadow, they ain't going to like the view on the horizon. All right, so now we got these characters all figured out. I feel like this is actually one person, one main person. It's got kind of kingpin energy to me. I feel like it's one or 2 people. Like, it feels like more like an intimate, I don't know why I'm picking up this energy, more of like an intimate faction. Like, it's a small group of people working together trying to make something happen. It's falling apart. There's somebody here, though, that it's like dark feminine energy. Like, they like to make it out like they are like this, you know, like this empress, but they're not. This person may even think of themselves in that way. They may think of themselves like big boss energy, like they're running the show, they're calling the shots, and they're not. They're not. This person's a manipulator. They're like a master manipulator. It's not the first time they've done it. They're actually working more than one person too, and this might be something that's being revealed, okay, with that 7 of Hearts energy. This also may be somebody who does working with, you know, does spell work, does workings, root work I just got. Ted says yes on that. It would be control-oriented kind of magic, okay? This could be somebody who's into doing binding work. That's going to tie them up. They're tying themselves up in knots with that. They're the ones who are going to feel very confused. It could also be work that's to cause confusion, to put somebody in their head, to block somebody, to keep somebody stuck. I feel this person also works with glamour magic, though. They're really good with casting like an illusion. For those where they're not dealing with somebody who moves that way, okay, because that's not everybody's story. It could be somebody who's just really good at like casting that glamour. They're really good at putting on an air, you know, that draws people in. This person's very manipulative. This person can actually, oh my gosh, I got sentience, could actually be like certifiably manipulative in this way. They might have some kind of like, they might be dealing with some kind of mental issues. It feels a little too like, too cutthroat and too cut off from any genuine emotion. It's giving me like almost like sociopathic, psychopathic vibes. That's what I got. All right. I can't deny what I'm picking up here. It's like it's making me feel sick to my stomach. Whoever this person is, they're sick. They should go and get themselves some kind of support. They should go get themselves some kind of therapy. They're causing a lot of damage, but what's kind of sad is that this person doesn't realize they're actually really causing damage to themselves. Whoever it is, they're not getting away with it. It's very clear. They're getting caught up in their own web. It's interesting because for about a couple months now, I've had this big web right outside the window, and there's been all kinds of pests caught in the web. And I always look out this window. You know that when I do my reads, I always look out this window and I get insight and other things come in to kind of like fuel the message that comes in. And that web is gone. I feel like there's some kind of network that's being broken up this week. I don't know. This is coming in. I feel like I'm getting a big download right now. I feel like this piece is coming in on a global level. There's some big network that's being broken up this week. Like some intrigue is broken up this week. You know, something falls apart. Yeah, there's some big factions like breaking. There's power structures breaking apart this week. It's happening globally, but it's also happening on a more microcosmic level. It's happening in your social circles. It's happening in your relationships. Ooh, it's pretty wild. I feel like there's some faction that's going to be taken down too. I feel that like on a global level, like there's something big happening this week. I'm just tapping into that. It feels very organized, could be organized crime. There might be something coming out this week that's really just like crumbling. People are outed, you know, this energy very front and center. Whew. I also feel like we're obviously, you know, macrocosm is reflected in microcosm, so we pick up on that too. You need to go outside, Ted? Yeah, oh, okay. Somebody's wanting out. Oh, that's what I got. Somebody's wanting out of an arrangement. They got in over their heads. They're caught up. They want out. They want out. And I feel like that's not just happening, you know, on the wide scale, but that's happening within your own little circles, collective, okay? So be mindful, all right? It makes me feel sick to my stomach, though. So whatever comes out is like, you know, it's sort of like brace yourselves, be prepared. I think you'll know like what you need to look out for. I think you've already picked up on this energy. I think you feel like whenever, you know, you're dealing with this person, this situation, like the energy feels off, like your gut starts talking to you. Listen to your gut. Don't ignore what your gut is telling you this week. Like, again, like a message of the half price hot wings. Don't settle for the half price hot wings. You got the original recipe, baby, all right? Don't settle for something that, you know, it doesn't feel right, or you think, well, it might gratify me right now. It looks good right now, but you know, you might be tempted to take somebody's offer or sign a contract or get involved with something because it solves like a big need that you have right now. Like right now, it looks good. You may not be thinking about the aftertaste of that choice. Like this is something you need to be really mindful of and think about. How you move forward, super, super important this week, collective, all right? Super important. And the clues are going to be there for you. You're going to be presented with 11 key ingredients. I really feel that. You're getting into alignment with your way forward, all right? And what's blocked is freeing up. Action is coming in, all right? Bottom of the deck energy. 8 of spades coming up in the shadows. So we see that this is what has been holding back this action. It has been purposefully blocked in the past, and this was purposefully to cause some sense of disappointment and ending, okay? But this is now coming to an end here, all right? With it coming up in the light. This is also coming to light. You are realizing in some cases, you know, somebody wanted somebody to come to an end. Read between the lines with that, all right? All right, but a lot is being illuminated here, and where your passion and purpose has been blocked. Look, we got Jack of Clubs coming up with the 10 of Hearts in the light. All right, so this passionate action that you want to take, that's inspired, that's been held back because you haven't had the key ingredients you've needed to move forward. This thing you've wanted to move towards, but you haven't been able to do it because you've been held up at the crossroads, because you've been missing key ingredients. You're getting it. This fulfillment is coming in this week, okay? Air, fire here, all right, with that. Something is coming into balance where it was out of balance, all right? This is being balanced out, and it has something to do for a lot of you in a relationship where somebody tried to create some kind of division, separation. It's like your connection with this is too strong. Your connection with this person is too strong. It can't be broken. You all may have gotten bent out of shape. You may have had some hard times. All right, things may have been lean for a while. It may have been mean and heavy with the 5 of diamonds coming up in the shadow here, but this thing can take a licking. It keeps on ticking, all right? For some of you, you're having reconciliation. Somebody tried to like divide a couple that, you know, that they're built to last. They're built to last. This could be air, fire coming together. This could be air, fire coming together. Somebody's coming in out of the cold, right? There's a little divine play going on here. It's sort of like the tables are turning. Somebody is not going to be kept from their happiness because it's their birthright. This was meant for them. This is their north node. This is the fulfillment of their north node. It's their destiny. It's coming into being. And whoever thought they were going to play with these people's lives, they're going to be finding themselves blocked. Look at that. 2 of spades in the shadow. And here we go. Jack of hearts in the shadow. Water has been coming through in this read as being a manipulative element in this situation. Water sign energy. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Look, 2 of hearts coming up in the shadow, coming up with that Jack of hearts. If you're having somebody come around that, you know, maybe did you wrong in the past, and you're feeling the least bit, you know, uncertain of their motivations, unclear about their motivations, you need to trust that, okay? Because it's what's going to guard you from disappointment here with the 5 of hearts. Somebody, this could be, you've already moved on in your life. You're in a whole new chapter of your life. You're leveling up, you're growing, your business is doing well, you're with your person, you know, you got a new relationship, a new direction in your life, and you got somebody really bitter from your past. And I feel like it's ancient history. They don't want you to have this happiness with this 10 of hearts in the shadow. They're trying to put an end to this with the hit. This is what's hidden in the shadow. This is somebody who's watching online. We got social media cards here. We got Facebook. We got Twitter. We got YouTube. All right. This person's keeping an eye on you. 8 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. Okay. So that's big Scorpio energy. This person can have a strong Scorpio placement in their chart. This is also Scorpio's south node. Do be aware that, you know, with Saturn in that retrograde motion, that we are going to be having things from the past come back around. It's like things that were left undone, things that weren't finished off, closed off, tied off properly from the past are coming back around. You need to be aware of this, okay? It's so essential. Now, I see here there's a Queen of Clubs in the light, all right? So this just goes to show you that, you know, it don't matter the sign, because we got some people that are operating out of, you know, their higher consciousness. They're moving correct. And we got some people that are operating out of their shadow, all right? But this is giving us a clue about what needs to be transformed with this Queen of Clubs in the shadow energy. It's about moving independently. It's about being confident. It's about taking action, doing the work to bring what you want into being. It's also a key that if you've been moving incorrectly, if you've been competitive, it's time to turn this energy around so you can do the karmic work to get yourself out of this cycle of disappointment, okay? You may be sabotaging, some of you fire signs out there may be sabotaging yourselves by repeatedly entertaining something from your past. You know this is no good. You know this person is a manipulator. You've danced with this devil before. This person will drag you down. They see you leveling up. They see you transformed something. They don't want to be left behind, and they're going to try to sabotage your happiness, and you need to be aware of this. Here it is. I'm telling you, look at these energies. Okay, now we got all the masculine, you know, starting to come up in the shadow too. Jack of diamonds in the shadow. Okay, King of hearts in the shadow again. With this, I'm seeing that the masculine, you'll know who this joker is, this person from the past who's interfering. This person is very slow to give a commitment. It's always a promise. Oh, you know, someday we're gonna get married. Someday we're gonna, you know, have this beautiful future together. They use this as the bait. This is what keeps you hooked. This person will never deliver. It's a manipulation, and it's because they want some kind of tangible gain for themselves. They get something out of this. They get something out of keeping you hanging. This person may also be wanting some kind of come up, you know, and so they're working for that. They don't want any commitment. There is no loyalty here, all right? This person's out for what they can get out of this situation with the 6 of diamonds coming up in the shadow. You need to be aware of this. This person's not in alignment with you, but there is something that is in alignment with you. And it's that moment that brings you to your success, to everything you've been working towards. It's your culmination point. It's your destiny. It's you stepping into your North Node. This is earmarked for you, all right? And nothing's going to get in the way of this happening, except for your own stupidity. I have to just put it that way, okay? Because it's very clear that this is stuff that you have some inkling about. You know, you felt things are off around this person. This is somebody that's like, they're not your soulmate. This is like a different kind of soulmate, okay? There's all different kinds of soulmates. There's also people who come into your life as the antagonist in your story. They come, all right? They come in the form of a soulmate, but this person actually works against you. And the way that that's a soulmate is that it actually works in your benefit. If you can work with this energy, you can understand that this person's actually giving you fuel for your fire. If you can transform this energy, this person's highlighting to you ways that you hold yourself back, ways that you make yourself small, ways that you keep yourself outstanding in your own power. They're giving you all the fuel you need to alchemize this energy and really discover your strength and find your courage to like take accountability in your life and move forward in a dynamic way. You need to look at this differently. You need to look at this differently with the 2 of clubs coming up in the light, all right? You might be too accommodating, okay? Masculine, air sign collective, you might be too accommodating right now with this energy, all right? You need to get more harsh. This is about cutting something off cold, right? When you got King of Spades in the shadow, this is cutting off something cold, like harsh. And this has been coming in for Air Collective for a minute now, all right? You need to be a little more harsh. The time for pleasantries is done. Look at that. 4 of Spades in the shadow. Harsh. Cut it off cold, all right? You do that, boom. Here's the new beginning. Here's the new beginning. Here's that Ace of Pentacles. I can't make it up. You need to cut off anything that's operating in this antagonistic, competitive, stirring up drama, arguments. You know the source of that. It's time to cut it off because you're heading into your destiny, into your North Node. This is you stepping into that manifestation of your fulfillment, of your destiny. 10 of diamonds to 10 of hearts. 47:44 on the clock. 11:44. 11 plus 44, 55. It's time for a drastic change. This brings the new beginning, 10 energy, through the closing of the old cycle, all right? And until you do this, until you cut this off, this energy that wants to move forward will remain blocked. You've got blocking energy around you, and you need to clear it out. You need to clear it out. I want to do a cut of the deck energy, and then let's get like an overarching theme card for the collective. Got light energy here. Look at this. Jack of Hearts, okay? Don't give up, all right? Don't give up on what is feeding your heart, what is feeding your soul, this sense of purpose and passion you have that's driving you forward, all right? This is about you following your heart. Don't give up on your dream, okay? You may have been feeling like really restricted. I feel like especially financially with the King of Diamonds coming up here in the shadow, there may have even been somebody who was like tangibly holding something back from you that was like a key ingredient in what you needed to move forward. Some of you have been needing the finances in order to move forward. You've been needing some kind of very tangible thing, like tangible and material reality. It's not the vision, it's not the idea. You know what needs to happen, you know what you're doing, you know where you're going, like you got your sights set, but there's been something tangible that's been holding you back. This could be the venue for it, this could be the investor you've needed, this could be money, this could be a document signed. Okay, there's something tangible you've needed to move forward. This week it comes in, okay? You get wish fulfillment, but you need to cut something off, somebody off cold. For some of you, it's a quality within yourself. It's a way that you sabotage yourself, or it's a way that you lie to yourself, or you keep yourself operating out of old patterns of behavior that are keeping you stuck. It's time for you to, change this, stop defending a position that's getting you nowhere, all right? It's getting you nowhere except leading you into this place of constant anxiety and stress, all right? There's something you're transforming this week. It turns everything around, and it's going to lead you to this healing and celebration that you've been wanting, all right? You're breaking free. You're getting the secret sauce, you got the original blend, the original spice blend, you got the flavor, all right? You got the flavor. It is something about this, though, where you do need to be mindful of cutting off anything that is feeling like it's impeding you from moving forward. For some of you, you got actual people you need to cut off. You need to stop interacting with this. There might be something that's going down online with the way that came in. So we're going to go ahead and get an overarching theme card, all right? What does, look at kind of the deck energy. Yeah, there's that happiness coming in with the 8 energy here. Okay, that looks really good. Look, double on the other side. We got happiness there. You definitely got happiness coming in. It's like the sun's breaking through the clouds, all right? It's interesting because it's been storming here today. So there's a storm coming through. A storm's going to blow in. It's going to like wash away all the heavy vibes, all the negative energy, all the confusion. There might need to be a storm. Somebody might need to let out their emotions instead of holding them in, maybe up to this point, particularly in terms of relationships. People might be holding in their emotions as a way to kind of maintain control over a situation. It's time to cut the crap. It's time to tell it as it is. Some of you may be having some kind of big argument, and it clears the air, though. I feel like whatever's going down this week and whatever truth it comes forward, it allows you to know what needs to be cut off or who needs to be cut off. Whatever was missing, that tangible thing you needed to move forward towards your success, it comes in, all right? And things balance out. And whoever was playing games and operating in a subversive manner, like the tables are turning, all right? Things are turning around. Yeah, look, your new chapter is beginning. This is blessed up by spirit. You're heading in a whole new direction, all right? Your network is expanding. I see a lot of growth. There's new people coming into your life. There's also people that, they're like your family. Like you all have always had like a soul connection. Some of these people you haven't connected with yet in this life, but you're about to. They're coming back around. Like your family, your soul family is uniting with you. You're going to start getting news from these people. Some of these people, it may have felt like they went off into outer space. You didn't hear from them for like ever. You thought they were completely out to lunch. MIA. Oh, what is that song? Is it called like Drops of Jupiter? I know the song. I just don't remember who does it. I'll figure it out, and I'll put a link in the comments. I'll pin it in the comments, but I feel like that song's coming forward. You dealt with somebody that like they went through something in their life and they kind of were MIA for a while. You didn't really know where this person was at. This person may have even still continued to be part of your life, but they just felt like a stranger for a while. They had to go way out there, just sort of like figure themselves out, find themselves out. It's been a spiritual growth process. You hear from this person, you get news, you know, they're reaching out to you. Maybe this person needs some help getting back down to earth. Maybe they've really been struggling, having a hard time. But I feel like there's a way through. There's a way through, and this starts a whole new chapter. Like things get moving. Some of you may be moving. You may be planning moves. Some of you may be going on some trip. It may just be a trip like, whoa, it's such a trip to hear from this person again. I never thought that I would hear from this person again, or I never thought we could work this out. I never thought we could get to the other side of this. You do. Okay, so there's some lucky break that comes through this week. Some of you are getting your lucky break, something you've been building, something you put out on the airwaves, something you broadcast, something that you put out there. It goes viral. It takes off, you know. It takes to the airwaves. You get some kind of press, some kind of exposure, some kind of success. All right, looks pretty good. Let's check it out. Overarching theme for the collective this week. Overarching theme. All right. We got love in reverse. Now we got the 3 energy around that. And remember, there was this message about third party that came in. And you notice in this image here, there's a unicorn. So I feel like this is like a third party sexual partner in matters of the heart. Is like, it's done. It's dusted. This may have been, I don't know why I'm getting this. This may have been somebody who was like pushing for a real quick marriage. Pushing for a real quick marriage. They wanted like a Vegas wedding. This is somebody who started out as just a sexual partner. Maybe they were trying to use like a pregnancy to pull somebody in. Okay. There might be news coming out that either this person isn't pregnant or that, you know, it's not your child. Ooh. Wish fulfillment in reverse. Whoever this character is with that message to come in, they're not getting their way. This person is proving to be very disloyal. I also think the people that were loyal to this person, that were like kind of covering this up, they're turning sides. They're bringing this out into the open. All right. Any other details? Any other overarching themes for the collective? There's a lot of stuff happening this week. It feels like you're finding a way through. You're getting what you need. You're cutting things off. Yeah, here comes the tower. That's just where it's at. It's about to get electrifying, all right? But ride the lightning, man. Ride the lightning, because it's what's leading to that new beginning. It might be a little disruptive, all right? But it's bringing you into alignment. And some of you are going to have your minds blown. You're going to have your minds blown because you're going to realize, oh my God, I saw this. Like I knew this was what was going on. And you were dealing with somebody who tried to make you think you were crazy or that you weren't seeing things accurately. And you're starting to really realize like, whoa, I got sight. I got the clairs. I got gifts, and you called it. Stay tuned, collective, and buckle up, man. It's going to be a wild ride, but be on the lookout for your 11 secret ingredients for your original recipe, because you're an OG, man, and you're about to have your fresh start.